Have you ever seen the underside of a bus? Come, I show you.
Many Singaporeans depend on public transport to get around. But it is not without its challenges. While most of us might not give it much thought beyond the conveniences that it brings to us, there are some who do.
So why did you choose to meet us in this station today?
Well, because this station, Expo, to me it has the most interesting architecture with its elongated dome-shaped roof that is also quite shiny.
Yeah, actually I don't recall seeing anything like this in any of the other stations.
Yeah, I guess the closest would be Dover or Canberra.
Oh, okay, maybe I need to step out and take a look next time. But have you always been interested in trains?
Well, it may have started when the third generation of MRT trains, the C751B, started rolling out on the MRT network. And that train was like a radical redesign of the MRT trains in a very long time. It was black, and then there's the LCD screens inside. That was very cool back then, and it made me start to pay attention to the different kinds of rolling stock on the MRT.
So, this model train looks very familiar. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, this is the first generation that rolled out on the whole MRT network. It's called the KHIC 151. But sadly, just recently, the last of the C151s has officially retired, and just a few days before we are recording this, they had their last day of service on the train.
So we're never going to see these on the tracks again?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, that's quite a shame.
I hope that they will preserve these trains in some upcycling projects that we can still have a visit. But one thing you will never hear is that hum, that distinctive hum of the C151.
Oh.
Yeah. Particularly when it's accelerating, it goes like something like that. Yeah. The C151 is definitely something that many Singaporeans will subtly remember.
So she's an icon.
Yes, long live the C151.
What would you say is one of your earliest memories of a new train launch?
Well, one that I can remember is the North East Line. Why the North East Line meant a lot to me was because Boon Keng didn't used to have a MRT station back then, but once Boon Keng MRT station opened, I will feel happy every time I visit my grandmother because I can ride a new train.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So is this station part of your daily commute, or what is your daily commute like?
So in terms of the lines that I use the most, it will be probably the North-South line and then the Thomson East Coast line, followed by maybe the Circle line, because coincidentally a lot of my workplaces are along that line.
That's pretty cool because then you get to travel on the older lines and the very new ones as well.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest difference you see?
I think what interested me about the Thomson line was that it was now 5 doors per carriage. The Cross Island line will also have 5 doors per carriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But in terms of the existing line, the North-South, East-West lines, they also added a new rolling stock, which is called the Alstom R151. Just in the nick of time. This is the current latest model of MRT trains running on the North-South and East-West lines. It's called the Alstom R151.
That's cool, thanks. Taught me a lot about trains.
Trains and buses are the backbone of Singapore's transport system. They help people like Jevin get to where they need to go.
Sometimes our commutes between a train station and a bus interchange can be kind of hot. But nowadays, our journeys are getting a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so where are we?
We're at Punggol Coast Bus Interchange.
And this bus interchange is part of the integrated transport hub. So there is a train station and a mall as well.
Yes.
So why are they necessary?
So our Singapore public transport system follows the hub and spoke model, where the bus network is critical to provide the first and last mile connectivity to the MRT backbone. And that's where the ITH comes in, to provide a seamless and convenient public transport by integrating the bus interchange with the MRT station and adjoining commercial spaces. This approach allows commuters to easily transfer between buses and trains while also running their errands like shopping as part of their daily commutes.
So how does a place get selected for the development of an ITH?
So LTA builds bus interchanges to serve the needs of new growth areas, as in the case of Punggol Coast ITH, to serve the commuters in the Punggol Digital District. We also redevelop single-story bus interchanges into ITHs so that we can co-locate other users such as the retail and polyclinics.
Oh, I've seen these signs on public transport.
Yes, this is what we call the priority queue zones, and we have it in all our bus interchanges. And these seats are prioritized for expectant mothers, seniors, or those with mobility needs. You might also notice that these are the tether guided paths for the visually impaired, and it connects all the boarding berths and the key entrances. On top of that, we make it easier for the visually impaired to identify which is the correct queue to queue at by having the braille signs at the head of the queue rail. Let's go over there.
Okay.
And here we are at the commuter care room. We have these kind of rooms at our newer bus interchanges, and it's meant to provide a quiet and calming space for some of our commuters who may need it. And we even have dimmable lights.
Oh.
Yeah, to calm down our commuters when they need it. And these kind of rooms are usually located away from the main concourse of the bus interchange.
Well, it's really interesting. I mean, I think it's great that the needs of different commuters are being considered now in the newer developments.
Yes. Yeah, as part of our inclusive public transport, we also have the baby care room, where we have the baby changing station, the hot and cold water dispenser, and also a separate compartment for nursing mothers.
Very nice. Looks comfortable. So if you didn't know that these facilities were available, well, you're not alone because I didn't either until today. But I think it's really great that our interchanges are now a lot more accessible, especially for those who need it.
Integrated transport hubs make commuting a little more convenient. But running things smoothly takes more than just thoughtful design. I'm here to find out how SMRT detects potential train disruptions.
Okay, so we are in the Circle Line Operations Control Center. There are a lot of screens behind us. What information are they telling us?
So the display is called Overhead Display System, and this Overhead Display System, or ODS in short, shows the entire Circle Line statuses, including the statuses of, for example, the platform screen doors, the track statuses, and what happens on the Circle Line.
Okay, so it can tell if a train has stopped as well.
Exactly.
Right.
So just now you saw the overhead display system. It has so much information on it, and it's quite challenging for the human to look at all the details. So what we did was that we developed an in-house technology that helped us replicate whatever you see on the ODS to what we call Overwatch. And then we only focuses on the important details for us to respond faster.
So what happens after Overwatch detects a delay?
After Overwatch detects a delay, it will start to track the stoppage of each train, and it will display a timer on top of the train icon to indicate how long the train has stopped. So in a delay, a typical delay, because our track layout, we don't have the overtake facilities, so the real trains will stop. And Overwatch will suggest it's time to turn around trains. What we mean by turn around is that along the lines we have facilities we call crossings. So using the crossings, trains can turn around. So imagine passengers travelling at the unaffected sector. They can still take the train service. It's still available to them while we quickly fix the issue and get the trains moving.
So Overwatch helps the team here to respond more quickly to any issues that might come up.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, with a faster response, the delay experienced by our passengers will be shorter.
Trains are not the only form of transportation that we rely on in Singapore. Buses are equally important too. And recently, Singapore has been moving towards a more sustainable form of transportation: electric buses.
So what's happening here?
He's hoisting up the bus to do an undercarriage inspection.
But is there a necessity for it to be very, very high, or is it usually at this height?
No, we can actually go up higher to get a better view. If we are struggling underneath, it's not a good thing actually, especially to carry out repairs also.
So last time without these machines, how was this done?
Without this machine, there's another way is to drive the bus through a pit. But a pit is limited space. You can get the full view of the undercarriage.
So this definitely increases the efficiency of
Yes.
repairs that you can do.
Yes. Okay, this is our training center.
So what exactly am I seeing here?
This is a bare bus without a body. We can run this vehicle also. We can start up this vehicle.
Oh.
Yes.
So here's where the people who maintain buses practice.
Yes, correct. We can undergo training here. We can set up faults to let our VTs to identify it.
So this is a diesel bus.
Yes, correct.
How's it different from the electric buses?
The most obvious will be the engine. Diesel bus, obviously we got engine, but not on EVs. EVs are only mainly running on motors.
Thank you.
Okay, this is where we maintain our aircon.
An important part of the commuter's journey.
Yes. Technically, any items that fail our inspection will not be on the road because it's not roadworthy and it's not safe for our commuters. So we need to rectify it immediately before it goes on the road.
Right. So every component is critical.
Yes, correct.
So do the VTs have to be certified to work on different kinds of buses?
For EV, yes, we need, first of all, before we work on EVs, everyone needs to be certified to be working on it.
Oh.
Yeah, due to the high voltage.
So what are some tools that you use here to make your job easier?
Okay, now actually our bus are planted with a condition monitoring system, which we can monitor it on real time. So before the bus breakdowns, we actually can identify the fault. So it gives us time to swap out the bus without disrupting the service.
So how's this different from how it was done like in the past, before this system was
Okay, in the
introduced?
past, we rely mostly on our bus captain. So they report a defect or a breakdown, then we can rectify it after
Right.
that. But now it's a different thing. We can rectify it before it happens.
That's great.
Town Transit currently having about 20 electric vehicles. There will be more rolling out soon by the LTA.
How was the transition for you personally, moving or upgrading your skills from a diesel bus to an electric bus?
When it first rolled out, everyone was scared about EVs.
Oh.
But after we undergo all the trainings, then we realized that it's not that difficult. If you know that you have the knowledge, then it'll be easier. So it's more about learning new sets of skills.
Right.
Today we are at Pongo 21cc as part of our series of community roadshows to help educate the public on AVs as well as to let them have the first touch or first feel of the AVs that will be deployed in their area.
Right. So what is Singapore's approach to deploying autonomous vehicles on the roads?
Yeah, so Singapore is well positioned because we have well maintained and comprehensive road networks. So for our approach towards deployment, we are doing more of a phased approach where we start with like fixed services that will be deployed in Pongo to really help improve transport connectivity for residents.
So what are some of the frameworks that are used to test these vehicles to ensure that they are ready to be on our roads?
Yeah, so safety is our priority. So first, we have to do some form of document review to see whether the experience from the AV is deployed overseas is sufficient. And beyond that, we also do a closed circuit test where we go through different scenarios that are representative of our road scenarios today, where you have pedestrian crossing the road and traffic lights and whatnot. So after that, when we have ascertained that there's sufficient documents as well as experience, we will then have the vehicles go through something called a deployment readiness assessment, where we slowly allow the vehicle to go on the road to experience real traffic conditions and build up experience both for the vehicle as well as the safety operator on board, so that we can eventually graduate the vehicle from a safety operator mode to a remote operator mode. Even after we have done the testing, we also do a continuous monitoring where we do real-time data collection and performance monitoring on the vehicles. So like your computers where you have to do upgrades and whatnot, right? We have to make sure that the performance stays consistent even when we do software updates to the vehicles over time.
So it's really cool to come down to this roadshow today to take a look at the AVs. I think in my head, I always picture autonomous vehicles as like being completely driverless. But today I got to find out a bit more about the safety frameworks in place and also realizing that, there will be a safety operator on board. So I think that gives a bit of reassurance to somebody who is definitely interested in taking one of these rides in the future. And I just hope that, we rolled out soon. I'll be very interested to take a ride on one of these.
our public transport system is not without its challenges. From peak hour crowding to occasional delays, there are hurdles still to overcome. But there are people working tirelessly behind the scenes, innovating and improving the system to ensure our travels remain safe and efficient.
Dun 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 dun. Novena, Marina, South Pier, Marina Bay and Bayfront, the City Hall and Raffles Place and Esplanade and Beauty World, Dhoby Ghaut Suburbs, at Bugis, Orchard, Newton and Great World, Farrer Park, Farrer Road, Lentor, Orchard, Mayflower, Macpherson, Botanic Garden, 6th Avenue, Punggol Coast, Ang Mo Kio, Hume, Expo.
Yay!